Crunchyroll committed a federal crime. No, really. Insane. Okay, let's watch that. New Mujin video.
Guys, it turns out that Crunchyroll has committed a federal crime.
Of course they did.
It's not something that they've done in just one instance. It's something that they've been doing for the last 5 years. We only found out about it very recently, though, on October 25th, when David Wald, a voice actor, tweeted that if he's been sent anything in the last 5 years in terms of fan art, fan letters, anything, then he has not received it because apparently Crunchyroll
109,000 likes.
This is in direct violation of U.S.
That's insane.
law, or more specifically, the U.S. Code 1702, Obstruction of Correspondence. This has gone absolutely viral. Everyone is talking about it if they're in the anime sphere in the West. And I feel like it's not only the perfect opportunity to raise more awareness on this disgusting behavior, but to also sit down with you and show you why Crunchyroll has been a terrible company for years now, and that this
illegal mail theft they responded to it
only adds more to their shady, unpleasant history. Let's talk about it. So Crunchyroll, as it stands, is the biggest anime distributor / streamer in the West.
Yes.
So if you're outside of Asia, this is most likely the service that you're using for anime.
Sadly.
Unless you're a pirate. Some people, and even publications like the South China Morning Post, credit Crunchyroll for turning Japanese anime mainstream in the West. It's a very impressive company with its size in non-Asian countries and its catalog. But it wasn't always this anime licensing.
Its catalog? What catalog? There's dog shit on. There's literally nothing. I fucking search up an anime that I want to watch and it's like, oh, we don't have that here. Oh, that's not available here. Bruh, get the fuck out of here.
Sweetheart. In fact, at some point, Japanese license holders wanted to take the website down.
They did?
See, the website was founded in 2006, and back then it was a pirating website. Not a single thing on this page
It was a pirating website back in the day? Holy shit.
Legal. But it wasn't just about anime, it was about anything. Whether
dramas too, game videos, literally everything.
It'd be Asian drama, things related to video games. It was like YouTube, but for pirates, where anything could be uploaded. There were no limits except maybe adult videos. This is the exact website you would have seen in 2006.
Dude, it's so
Bleach's 108th episode had just come out, and Naruto's 214th episode had just come out as well. It's a crazy
Oh my god.
In 2008, they somehow convinced a venture capital firm by the name of Venrock, based out of Palo Alto, California, to invest $4 million into them. After this, they
excuse me, $4 million?
Thought to become
a pirating site. A pirating site. A pirating site. Get the fuck out of here.
Legal. A legitimate space to share anime
That is
content.
insane.
On January 8th, 2009, they signed a deal with TV Tokyo to host episodes of Naruto Shippuden. Obviously, you can see how big of a deal that is.
That is a massive deal, yeah.
Started to delete all the illegitimate content on its website that they don't hold rights to.
Wow.
They then continued to get more and more anime licensed from Japan for their Western audience.
Wow.
And you know what? They had a talent. They knew how to choose the animes that they licensed and then translated. Because of course, there's a lot of anime that gets made every single season.
There is.
This is what made them different. No one could really compete that much with them because anime wasn't really seen as a big deal until very recently. This is when Sony decided to create Funimation, a direct competitor of Crunchyroll, back in 2017. Now, of course, seeing that it's Sony, they had one hell of a lineup of popular anime, but they didn't really know how to pick more underrated ones that the Western audience would enjoy, at least not as well as Crunchyroll did. But honestly, who cares? You have an industry and you have
so they decided to merge, right?
That's very healthy.
We remember that.
Unfortunately, that didn't last too long.
Nope.
In August of 2020, there were reports coming out that Sony actually wanted to buy Crunchyroll. Things were advancing. They had offered $1.1 billion to buy it. But on March 24, 2021, as things were coming to a close, the United States Department of Justice extended its review of this because they thought that maybe, just maybe, this could become a monopoly of anime outside of East Asia. Somehow, okay? Some way. I don't know who got bribed, who got threatened, but it got approved. And in August 2021, the deal was finalized. It was one of the biggest mistakes in the anime industry because this effectively meant that Sony had become the major monopoly when it comes to anime content outside of Asia. Seeing that Sony owned so many anime
What the
streaming
heck?
websites, including Wakanim, which was in France, they decided to merge everything into Crunchyroll, really solidifying the idea that they're now a monopoly. One of the main reasons why people hate Crunchyroll, and of course Sony, is due to this monopoly. I mean, look at this
holy shit
email that was sent to existing Funimation customers when the merger happened. The first few paragraphs are reassuring you that, hey, don't worry, your account info isn't going to change. Your
totally, right? Surely.
But then you read the final paragraph and it says
it's going to change
as
price.
Part of our transition to Crunchyroll, the price of your new Crunchyroll plan will increase from $55 a year to $100 a year beginning January 28th, 2025. So yes, the price you were paying.
Wait, 2020, that's literally coming up like in a few fucking days, bro.
Had effectively doubled overnight, and you couldn't do anything about it. What were you gonna do about it? Go to a different service? Oh wait, Sony
there is no other,
and now it's under Crunchyroll. But even
and what's even worse, right? Everything is under Crunchyroll now. That's one thing, but like Crunchyroll doesn't even own the licensing for a lot of like really, really popular shows that are releasing right now, which is a fucking bummer. Or like shows that were in the past that I really like things that I watched when I was a child, right? That I was like, oh my God, this is a really good show. I want to rewatch it. And then I search it up and it doesn't fucking exist. So I'm forced to pirate stuff. I'm forced to fucking sail the seven seas because they don't have everything. Like, what the fuck? If you're gonna like make it so that we can't watch our shows because, oh yeah, like Japan doesn't allow piracy. And I get that. I'm going to pay for my fucking anime because honestly, I also think that it's good that I, you know, like they're getting the fucking money that they deserve from the Western audiences. And I am part of that. I am part of the Western audience. So I'm going to pay for Crunchyroll because I literally anime is the only thing that I watch basically. And maybe I'll watch like a random ass fucking TV show every now and then if like a person recommends me it. But I mostly just watch anime. So yes, I'm going to pay for it. But like the fact that they don't even have half of the stuff on like that's actually popular in their available catalog is stupid because like it's not as if I'm like, oh, I want to watch some anime. Let's go watch it on Crunchyroll. No, I'm going to be watching it on pirating sites anyways, even though I pay for the fucking yearly subscription, even though I pay for that shit. I am not going to find the shows that I want to watch on that. So yeah, it still sucks and they need to fix it.
And worse, honestly. And I think this is probably the worst part in all this. Funimation had something Crunchyroll didn't. Instead of having to pay for a subscription, you could just flat out buy the anime that you wanted digitally so you could watch it any.
They had that? You're joking. So you could literally just buy the fucking shows that you wanted to watch? Wow. Revolutionary. Actually insane. That's so much better.
Time. Well, Sony said, F you and what you own. You don't actually own anything.
What?
This was the explanation Crunchyroll gave you when you inquired about your Funimation digital copies. They said, we understand that you may have concerns about your digital copies from Funimation. Please note that Crunchyroll does not currently support Funimation digital copies, which means that access to previously available digital copies will not be supported.
So all of the shit that you paid for before is like, oh no, it's not available anymore. Sorry, bro. Sorry, homie. Oh, you paid at like 200, 300, 400 fucking bucks for like 5 or 6 TV shows? That's ours now. Yoink.
However, we are continuously working to enhance our content offerings and provide you with an exceptional anime streaming experience.
Surely.
We appreciate your understanding and encourage you to explore the extensive anime library available on Crunchyroll.
Extensive. God, they're sucking their own dick off so hard. What do you mean extensive? There's like 5 different popular shows that are like streaming right now and the rest is all on pirating websites. What are you talking about? You get no compensation. They're like, oh yeah, you know, we appreciate your support though. And yeah, we're going to try our best to like, you know, drop off your like really beloved shows that you really liked. But you know what? No promises. Can't say anything about that. Fuck off.
Crunchyroll. So this was a very disgusting corporate speak way of saying that everything you own is now in the gutter. You will never be able to access it again. F you. I mean, Ubisoft said that gamers should get used to not owning their copies.
I hate that.
At their stock price.
Yeah, get fucked.
You do not want to be like Ubisoft.
No, I get fucked.
This is what a monopoly actually looks like, and it's terrible. That's not the only thing, though. Look, anime is Japanese. It was created in Japan. Crunchyroll knows this. They actually have a studio in Shibuya.
I remember this. Oh my god, this was so bad.
Tokyo to
1.6 out of 10.
make original anime.
1.6.
At some point, though, they decided to use subscription money
That is insanity.
to create their own studio in Burbank, California, to make anime within the United States. As you can see from the rating, 1.6 out of 10. That was an utter disaster.
So bad.
High Guardian Spice is the biggest piece of shit to come out of anime in the last 10 years.
It
was
is
marketed as anime for diverse groups, most notably highlighting their LGBTQ plus representation. Well, you know you fucked up when even people in the LGBTQ plus hate the.
What do you mean diverse groups? What the fuck do you mean diverse groups? Just watch One Piece, bro. If you really want representation, watch an actual show that actually has representation, bro. What the fuck do you mean? What is this?
Show to
nah.
Like, no one likes this. This is terrible. When you become a
diverse groups and it's all women. Wait, it is. It's all girls. Is that guy in the back? Is that a guy? The one with the orange hair? Is that a dude?
You stop taking risks and you completely forget what made you great in the first place. This show is proof of that.
I remember this. It was so bad.
At the end of 2023, they had to settle a class action lawsuit with their own consumers because they violated the United States Video Privacy Protection Act by disclosing its subscribers' personally identifiable information to third-party companies like Facebook, Adobe, etc. Of course, it's a very
what the fuck?
Very large list. They initially tried to deny the claim, okay? They lied, but then settled anyway.
They lied.
Any uncertainties or expenses associated with continuing the case. So not only were they a monopoly, not only did they double the price of annual subscriptions and are offering nothing to show for it, they were also selling their own users' data. And by the way, the settlement was terrible.
Ridiculous.
It was $30 per Crunchyroll user. Like, wow, thanks.
Wow, you sold all of my data. Here's a $30 gift card, bro. Wow, everybody in fucking China and these massive corpos know where I live, my firstborn fucking name, my blood type, my fucking star sign, my, I don't know, cock size. And you're telling me that you're gonna give him 30 fucking bucks? Get the fuck out of here.
My data probably cost more than that.
Yeah.
These 3 reasons I just gave you, I think, are enough for you to think, wow, this is a terrible, lazy monopoly that can do whatever it wants because no one can even compete. This brings us back to the crime that they committed against David Wald. Now look, David Wald is a seasoned voice actor. He's been in the industry for a long time. He doesn't just dub anime, which is the act of voice acting English dialogue for something that isn't originally in English, but he also voice acted in games. Some of the biggest animes he's dubbed in were Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, or even Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga, yeah, I recognize him.
A veteran voice actor like himself the respect he deserves. Well, no. It turns out Crunchyroll has been receiving packages meant for David and distributing them to staff instead without him knowing for 5 years. Look at this tweet as an example. He says, "Dear fellow workers at Crunchyroll, below is a photo of the complete contents of one of the packages addressed to me that was open and distributed to employees. If you ended up in possession of any of it, I would very much like it returned to me." And as you can see,
so one of their fans made all of this for them, right? Or they like sent this to them, right? And they just didn't receive it at all?
There are many things here. I should mention all of this is handmade. Even this, even though it looks like an official magazine.
Damn!
The character itself is Inosuke Shindo, and this is someone that David
voiced, yeah.
And Harumi quote tweeted this, saying, "I remember when my friend put this together to send to you. It was a group effort. Everyone was so looking forward to you getting it. This is extremely heartbreaking." David replies and says, "I promise you the situation will be rectified. We're just lucky you sent me a photo of the unique contents and the USPS tracking info." To which Harumi said, "It was all their efforts in doing so. I really hope this gets resolved. I'm so sorry to hear about it."
That sucks!
So imagine taking so much time to make a care package like this specifically for the person dubbing your favorite character in an anime, and finding out so much later that no, it was just passed around employees and he never received it. I mean, imagine how David feels having something like this made specifically for him and not even receiving and not even being notified about it. It's insane. There was a quote tweet saying that all the employees should be fired for this.
Wait, you know me, there's this a big off topic, but I think it's a bit unfair for certain continents if it's about anime. Wait, what? So there's actually a legal YouTube channel, I think in specifically Asia or Southeast Asia, that legalizes broadcasting anime on the channel, and it's been going on since 2017. And not gonna lie, as one person who just watches anime on YouTube, I felt kind of bad. Wait, so they have like an actual official YouTube channel that makes or like releases new episode of YouTube like anime episodes basically every single week, every single few days, and that's like legal? What? And you're telling me that they release full ass episodes on a YouTube channel? So would that not be possible? Will that not be possible for like, wait a damn second. Now that I think about it, would it not be possible for the actual like anime creators to upload the episodes, like the how do you say that? Like the people that make, like the studios that make the episodes, right? With the voice actors and shit. As long as they have like the licensing rights for it, because they made the fucking anime, right? So they have the licensing rights to the manga, like the mangaka and shit like that. Couldn't they put the episodes on YouTube? And then they make a shit ton of money off of YouTube as well from people watching it because it's their own content. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I guess that's getting into like legal stuff that I don't understand. But like, yeah, that would be really fucking nice, honestly.
But David specified the employees are definitely not to blame. They just walked by the company freebies table and thought something looked cool. The management who elected to take this course of action, however, are another matter.
True.
If you work in a company that does a lot of collaborations, you'd understand this perfectly. The companies you work with will send you freebies all the time, and you take them. But someone else in higher management getting a package that says David Wald, choosing to open it and then distribute it to employees, that's something else
that's fucked
entirely.
up.
I've also seen some people say, well, why didn't he just put his home
No,
address?
that's fucked up.
This is partly his fault. Well, think about it this way. If there was a crazy obsessed fan out there, wouldn't they just go to his house, knock on the door, and leave a package for him personally?
I mean,
what David did is actually very common. If you're watching this video and work in an office, you probably do the same thing. Maybe you send your Amazon packages to your office. That way you receive them on the job. And with no one letting him know that there's a package that arrived at Crunchyroll, like how would he know? The only reason he knew about this was because the people who sent it gave him the tracking info. He saw it arrived and that he never received it.
Oh,
that's what's incredible here. So what the hell happens next? As you might have already guessed, stealing mail in the United States is a federal crime. I'd love to sit here and tell you that this is going to be the end of Crunchyroll, but the law itself is actually...
You know what's funny? We see people steal like packages off of people's porches all the fucking time. And if you were to call the police and go like, hey guys, there's this neighbor, I know exactly where they live, and they have been stealing packages for me for like 4, 5, 6 months now, and I'm missing like $1,000 plus worth of items that have been sent to my household up until like now during this time period, they would be like, fuck off. We don't have the rights to like knock on their door. Good luck with it. Just make sure that you're at home when the packages arrive, shit like that, right? But when it comes to like companies doing it, of course it's illegal. But when it's one person doing it, it's like, ah, well, who fucking cares, dude? Figure it out, idiot. That's so fucked up, man.
According to Legal Mindset, who is a lawyer on YouTube that I like to reference,
we love Legal Mindset.
Whenever there are legal problems. This line right here that says, before it has been delivered to the person to whom it was directed is the problem. So the law itself says, oh yeah, if you tamper with something before it's delivered to the person, you're in trouble. But what is the person? It says the person to whom it was directed.
So that's the voice actor.
David, sure, yeah. But the address is Crunchyroll HQ. When the judge looks at this, they will actually side with Crunchyroll, unfortunately.
Really?
Because technically, the package arrived at the right address.
Oh,
if someone else opened it or tampered with it, doesn't really matter. You're not the only one to think that this sucks, but unfortunately, that's the legal reality.
What?
I do hope that the higher-up manager, though, suffers direct consequences because this is disgusting.
No, that's fucked
and we have
up.
to ask this question. How many other voice actors are going through the same thing without even knowing? This is why we need a statement from Crunchyroll ASAP.
Wait, did they actually reply?
Silence. Everyone has been replying to their
They
tweets
haven't replied.
Answers, and they only gave one on the 27th of October, 2 days after David Wald's tweet.
Wait, they did?
The Crunchyroll spokesperson told Anime News Network that it's investigating the situation.
Okay.
Here's the full statement. Anime fans have a special connection with dub voice talent, and that emotional expression is important in fueling more love of anime content. We are currently investigating the matter regarding the allegation of undelivered fan mail to a voice actor. We respect the privacy of all our voice actors and do not intentionally open mail or packages not intended for Crunchyroll.
What
Any
the
fan mail should
fuck?
be sent directly to talent and their management.
What
That
the
last sentence in particular is pretty damn dirty. Like,
yeah,
sure, okay,
they're like, oh, but this doesn't fall into our hands. Like, hey, sure, we're gonna do some research, but that's not our issue. You know, you should have sent it to him and their management. Ha 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 ha. Fucking idiot.
can say that, but you could have also
So
called
stupid.
David 5 years ago, or just sent him an email 5 years ago.
Yeah,
when
literally,
the first
bro.
package came and told him, hey, your fan mail shouldn't be coming to us, it should come to you. But no, instead, you chose to open it for 5 years, distribute it for
Nah, that's
5
crazy.
years, and only now are caught because he had a tracking number from a specific fan. So again,
Ridiculous.
Crunchyroll is yet in another controversy, and they come out extremely unlikable, as if it's effortless for them. Of course, David's allegations don't end here. He says in a tweet shortly after revealing that his mail's been stolen, saying, "Me thinking, geez, it's a good thing I didn't tell them about the gay discrimination, or the medical discrimination, or the union busting, or the continuous culture of fear, or the hostile workplace environment, or 3 dots." Additionally, another voice actress by the name of Alexis Tipton
It goes deeper. It's worse. No.
replied to his tweet saying, "Oh my god, what the f," adding this to the fact that they constantly give out free merch to the employees and voice actors aren't allowed to participate. We also no longer get free copies of our own.
Excuse me? They constantly give out free merch to the employees, and voice actors aren't allowed to participate. Do the fucking voice actors not count as employees? They're contracted under you, aren't they? They're fucking employees. What are they? Your company's slaves? What the hell is this? If they receive a fucking payroll from Crunchyroll and they're contracted under them to work for them, then they're also employees. What? We also no longer get free copies of our own work. We don't even get invited to Christmas parties. We are just a product. No, they're literally slaves. That's fucked up. This is ridiculous.
Work. We don't even get invited to Christmas parties.
Buy rent.
We are just a product.
Nah.
Look, there's a big worry already within the voice acting community that AI is going to come in and steal all their jobs.
Yeah.
The fact that Crunchyroll treats their voice actors like complete, utter, disposable trash on the street
This is
tells me
insane.
that they're probably already looking into AI technology to not have to hire voice actors ever again. Monopolies suck, and I hope that Crunchyroll gets what's coming to them. I also hope that David can get...
Okay, but like, I get the whole AI or art bullshit, right? Whatever, it's fine. Like, get over that, right? It's already happened. But voice actors, like, there is a massive difference in the power and emotion that voice actors, real human beings, can put into fucking, like, you know, their voice. You're telling me that a fucking robot will be able to, like, make that same emotion without, like, cracking and weird audio cues and all that other stuff? That is ridiculous. And yes, the same counts for art. Like, human art always has more soul put into it than fucking AI art. But, like, what? What the fuck? And also, every single person has different voice, like, vibes and vocal cords and the way that they speak and the way that they, like, act and, like, I don't know, pronounce specific things, right? What? No, this is insane.
get all of his stuff back.
This
but
is insane.
unfortunately, the idea of a lawsuit doesn't really seem very viable, or at least that's what legal experts say. Guys, stay safe out there, and if you have any important mail coming your way, do not list your company as the address. Just send it straight to your door instead. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. I love you. Mwah.
Bye, Mujin! Man, these free snacks are so good. Just like the free art and free flowers. Thanks.